That comic podcast.
Hello. Welcome to a different type of show. This is just Moshko and I.
Hey, can I kick it?
Yes, you can. And
By
very
myself
well.
or with you?
No. We are passionate about what is going on in some of the marveling marvels that we get every week. And there's been a couple really good books, but we were both, Moshko and I were like, we have to talk about Punisher. We can't skip this one because I knew a new Punisher was coming, but I
snuck up.
Right. All of a sudden it was just like, oh, Punisher #1's here. And it's like the cover made me so happy to not see the stupid dragon logo. And I know some people really liked that time period of Frank Castle when he was running the hand and he was possessed a little bit or whatever. And
that wasn't even Frank. That was what's his name? Something Garrison. Whatever, he was the ex-Shield operative.
No.
Oh,
yes, that was the Punisher. That was the Punisher book.
That was the last run.
But at the same time, they moved Frank over to the Hand and made him part of the Daredevil story.
Oh, right, that was before.
Right, they were trying to get rid of his logo, and they wanted him to be more sword related because of how his logo was being appropriated.
Right.
Now this is a return to form, Frank Castle, specifically moving into Brand New Day.
Right.
With all of the hubbub of Brand New Day and the fact that the Punisher's going to make an appearance, you knew they were going to try and set him back to rights as quickly as they possibly could. And, oh, my God, they hit the ground running. Wow. What a first issue.
Yeah. Right from the first couple pages, it opens with everything covered in blood. So I read the Red Band.
You know what? Spoiler alert.
Across the board.
Spoiler alert. Now, there's not too much to spoil, but there's no way I can't talk about each aspect of the book. There's, I'd say, 3 major sections.
Yeah.
And I can't talk about any of them without spoiling all of them.
Especially the end.
Right, because that completely once the end happens,
changes everything.
It changes the beginning dramatically.
Right.
So let's you know what? Let's just start with the ending. Let's just get that out of the way. Let's get out of the way that this whole book, we don't know what's going on with Frank. Frank doesn't know what's going on with Frank. He quite literally wakes up on a boat that's on fire with a lot of dead bodies. Then the police come, they start shooting at him. He shoots back. He jumps off the boat. He gets away. Mm-hmm. Then we all of a sudden start seeing that the Kingpin is not only involved in the story, and so is Tombstone and other gangs, and we learned that some of the Tombstone's guys were involved in who was killed on the boat. But again, this is where everything changes. Frank is being controlled by Kingpin. It looks like
it appears that way.
And maybe he's not to the degree that we think he is, because the way so he gets out of the I guess the bay or whatever body of water he was in, and a little old lady
takes him in.
I
wouldn't necessarily say she took him in. He kind of forced his way to her house.
Sure, but she played ball. She was like, you know what? I don't even know why she did, too, because he's kind of an asshole to her.
A little bit. He was hurt. He was a wounded dog.
He was very wounded, but he was still being a bit of a jerk to the little old lady who's giving you all of the things you need to patch yourself up. So, anyway, I was like, come on, Frank. Reel it in, pal. But regardless, all of a sudden, at the end of the book, you get Kingpin saying activate, or hitting a button that says Punisher activate, and then he is now looking at this little old lady screaming to a degree. And
who are you? Why am I here? What's going on?
And that 100% means that he sent Frank to go kill Tombstone's men. So he's probably making a move on Tombstone.
Absolutely. Yeah, what was it?
Which, by the way, Tombstone's gruesome.
Awesome.
Gruesome. Yes, I love the fact that Tombstone's being taken serious as such a serious character now, because he was such a throwaway, goon side villain.
Mm-hmm. And it's a huge swerve, kind of a swerve in the book, because the first couple pages is Frank on the boat, figuring out what's going on there, and then it goes to you see a priest, in a confession, and then Kingpin is basically on the other side. More or less forces his hand on the priest, and the priest took care of himself. in there. So at first you're thinking, okay, Kingpin, that's it, and then I think it's even the next panel, you see Tombstone's face, which again is pretty awesome and gruesome.
He's got several people chained up on meat hooks, and torturing them by cutting them into pieces. And then later on, you just see like the first couple hacks. Yeah. Later on, you just get a bucket of body parts, including the dude's head, and I was like, this book is... So it's very much a Red Band book.
Yep.
Very
majorly graphic.
Yes, you understand why this book has its extra bit of coding, we'll say. And it earns it. It earns it. I thought it was pretty funny when they were doing like the Red Band version of like Werewolf by Night and stuff, but at the same time, Carnage was coming out. That wasn't Red Band or bagged up. Mm-hmm. This one, I haven't seen any kind of books like that kind of match that degree of brutality.
Yeah, I mean, the Red Band Blade was kind of,
Yeah, but at least it was Red Band. What I'm saying is I haven't seen the standard books be as gory as they have been at the same time in the past when they were releasing other Red Band bagged books.
Gotcha, okay.
So they have these books in bags because they don't want young readers to see them. They don't want to see the grotesque nature of some of these books. But at the same time, you'll then get a book like Carnage when he's decapitating anybody named Fred. What was it? What was the dude's name? But he was.
I think it was Fred.
Was it? I forget. Or Mark? Was it Mark? I think
Steve.
It was an innocuous name. But regardless, pretty gruesome stuff with Carnage, but no bag.
Yeah.
So this earns it. This earns it
big time,
and it's the most excited I've been for Punisher in quite a while.
Mm-hmm. There's again, this book kind of sets up the world and what Frank is. Even at first, you don't even know if it's really Frank until like literally the last page, because I think Kingpin says something Frank. I mean,
I
know.
He's the most classic version of dude had the white boots and the white gloves. I mean, this is the most classic Frank we've ever seen. This is Frank who punched a polar bear, Frank. I know. But last book, it wasn't Frank. Yeah, and that book's not great.
Correct.
We tried, and I will give us both credit. We went 5-6 issues into that before I
tried.
Like, all right.
Yeah, I didn't finish it.
This is not
Punisher.
Finish it. But you're gonna call me Punisher? I guess I am. Well, not really. The moment he accepted the name is when I stopped reading.
Yeah. I mean, I hope this goes on for a while. Like if this is what it's going to be over 12, 24 issues. It also gives me hope for Daredevil, because they're kind of rebooting Daredevil soon.
Also, it doesn't just give me hope for Daredevil. It gives me hope for everything that Marvel's trying to do, because this all feels like a course correction. Like it feels like they were like, all right, we expanded these things as far as they can go, and to try and course correct it, and it wasn't working the way we wanted to. Let's set things to right. And that's what this book feels like. And I feel like they were trying to say that right up front by putting him in the white boots. I mean, the white boots are ridiculous when you think of Frank Castle. Right. The fact that this dude spent so much time branding his outfit with a white white utility belt with his it's a goofy version of Frank, but I think they did that on purpose because it just screams we are setting things back to the way you're used to seeing it. It's like Superman getting his trunks. You know what I mean? Ridiculous, but it feels right.
Right. Yeah. I'm excited.
Beyond. With Captain America, with Punisher being the way that it is, with the Ultimate books being the way that they are, I don't have many complaints. I think Wolverine was really good. I kind of fell off Wolverine. I haven't really been doing Spider-Man, but regardless, for the most part, I'm pretty happy with what Marvel's doing outside of, say, the mutants.
Okay, yeah, I haven't touched an X-Men book.
I tried. I was not into them. Features is still reading them, so maybe we can do but they're about to start their next big arc, which is like I don't even, some futuristic.
Is that something of Apocalypse? Is that
it's like a return to the Age of Apocalypse, or it's a different variation of Age of Apocalypse, or something along those lines. Again, I'm not that excited for it. Wolverine looked kind of cool with the metal face. That he looks kind of cool, but like Old Man Cyclops, I don't really care. I don't know. It's not for me. But but beyond that, Captain America and Punisher alone are enough for me to just be stoked on what Marvel's doing. Because those are two characters it's really easy to screw up.
Oh yeah, and they have a couple times.
Yes. I mean, they had a great book that went into a penguin that lost you, and then slowly lost me. And if you don't know what I'm referring to, that's the last Captain America run, which started beautifully.
So good.
Beautifully.
First 6 issues.
And then it became about the weird magic door and the penguin who was the devil. And while I stuck with it as much as I could, it eventually got a little too weird for me, and I dropped that too. But this new Captain America book is phenomenal. This new Punisher book is phenomenal. And these things give me hope for the racks each week. Mm-hmm. When's the next one coming out? Do we know? Like, is it
next Punisher or the next new book?
Let's take a look at what's coming down the pipe.
I know there's isn't it like Deadpool and Batman? Like, I know there's some crossover.
Deadpool and Batman is this week. Oh, they're so excited for that. All right, well,
we'll be talking about that.
No question. Soon. And Battle Beast is next week. Oh,
I fell off on that.
And so wait, this next week we've got Absolute Flash, The Ultimates, Ultimate Black Panther, Battle Beast, Batman and Robin, which has been great. Mm-hmm. Batman, Deadpool, G.I. Joe, Exquisite Corpses.
Okay.
Wow, next week's going to be a great week. I'm not reading the new Avengers anymore, but the Deadpool Wolverine's been good. Crypto's been good. Predator kills the Marvel Universe. Star Wars. Oh, my God. Next week there's a Marvel Zombies Red Band #1 next week. Batman's second night, they're doing another Black Label book. Remember they did the first night where it was a retelling, a reimagining of the very first Batman book, where he hangs a guy off the bat plane. Remember that? No, you don't remember that when he had a gun. He had purple gloves. He has a gun and he hangs a guy off the back of the bat plane. It's a guy who kind of gets taken. In the reimagining, the guy's already dead, so you don't kind of feel as bad for him. But in the original book, he hangs a guy who's unfortunately turned into a monster. But anyway, what else? Boba Fett, Ghost. I think I've hit the end of my excitement. Captain Planet. Oh, Dick Tracy though. Dick Tracy's been great. Oh, DCKO, the special edition #1. What is that?
What is that?
I don't know.
DCKO.
Well, DCKO is the next big arc for DC, and
okay.
It looks like they're marketing it as like a fight, as like KOing somebody, but it actually stands for King Omega, and it's going to be part of the end of the Absolute stories. So, however, the Absolute storyline is going to wrap up with the fact that this version of Darkseid is merged with the Spectre. Somebody has to become powerful enough to be able to fight him, and it's something about how Superman is going to be kind of powered up to become the King Omega, to allow him to be able to fight this version of Darkseid. But it really just feels like they had to come up with some kind of an analogy, or not analogy, what is it called what's KO? Not an analogy. What is it called?
I don't know.
I feel so dumb. I feel so dumb that word lost.
I'm looking at this. It's 14 books over the course of 2 months. So October, November, there's 14 books to read. I'm looking at the reading order here. Fun.
They were just like, what? Give me a good word that starts with K. All right, now give me a good word that starts with O. King Omega? That sounds good. Let's go with that. It's going to be some kind of a fighting book somehow.
Mm-hmm. Like Mortal Kombat?
Maybe not.
Street
Fighter? Maybe I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. That's also a possibility, but I am not as excited for it because,
cosmic tournament where heroes and villains are thrown into a gladiator-style battle across a colossal Earth-risen arena. Yeah.
Well, then apparently I do know what I'm talking about.
There's
a Magic the Gathering book next week. Oh, this is a bad week for me. Bad week for me. Well, it's a great week, but it's a bad week.
Spider-Man cards.
I can't. They're not out yet.
Is that 24th?
It's whenever it is. Like it's going to be really hard for me to keep up with books for a little while. These cards are already like $300.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Fun.
Well, maybe. We'll see. We'll see if I ever get my hands on them. But until then, I've got plenty of comics to read, and next week's going to be really good. So I can't say enough that it is worth your time to get to your local shop and to pick up a lot of what's coming out right now is really peak comic books. Mm-hmm. Like this is a good little era. Every week there's like 6 or 7 books that are just door stoppers.
Door stoppers. I don't know if they'll really stop the door.
Well, maybe if you got 6 or 7 of them.
That's true.
You know
Throw
what
an
I mean?
omnibus.
Put them, I honestly, maybe 2 or 3 bagged and boarded, slid underneath. That'd stop a door.
That'll mess up the books.
Don't do that.
Anyway, you can find us at thatcomicpodcast.com and at That Comic Podcast on all socials except for X, where we are That Comic Pod. If you like what we're doing, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It's a small action on your part and really does help us out. So that's what we got for you right now. I'm sure we'll have a little more for you at the end of the week.
Oh, no question. Because I just said this is going to be a big week. So let's get there's no question we're doing Deadpool and Batman. I don't care. Moshko can jump on it. It'll just be me. Just breathing heavy.
Deadpool.
It's so
Batman.
good. It's
I'm
so
Batman.
good. It's so good. Even though I'm going to just say this now to Buzz, if you ever see this, Buzz, stop putting spoilers I didn't want in the group chat about these books. I'm not saying it. I got a couple Deadpool Wolverine or Deadpool Batman spoilers. I'm not going to say it, but Buzz,
Protect your friends.
protect your friends. Don't spoil stuff they didn't ask for it.
All right, I'm Moshko.
I'm Menti Deuces.
That's that.